Yeah, that's right. We back again. Stop the Violence Radio Show. Each week, this is your host, Gennado. That's right, G-E-R-N-A-D-O. And this is how we do it. I press go. Now that you're on the other side of the go and we're continuing in forward motion, one time for Martin Luther King, happy birthday. Thank God for the dream, keeping hope alive, continuing in my faith in this struggle as we continue to move, pressing forward, accomplishing great things. There's great topics and a lot of things out there to talk about as far as violence and some of the senseless acts of things of negative killing people or ISIS or, anything that you could think of that's, worsening our state of emergency here that we're having in around the world, and the panic and the things that are happening in our society in this time. We could talk about that all day, but nonetheless, I'm not going to talk about that all day, so you can forget that. So at the end of the day, it is stop the violence, use your talents, and that's what I'm talking about, using your talents. And one of the things that I'm using my talents in is Stop the Violence Radio Show. And as your host here today, I'm going to be showing you another platform that I have, which is the Stop the Violence TV show. This is our second show. We're live from Hollywood, where we're doing this right now from the Roscoe's Media Center. One time for Pitbull energy drink that we're powered by, as well as all of our other sponsors. And we thank Roscoe's Chicken and Waffle, Beverly Hills Investors, and people like at the 99-cent store. Because everybody got to go to the 99-cent store to get stuff, You can help curb some of the violence if you make things a little bit more easier and accessible and cheaper for people, to have and to be able to live than people wouldn't take. So at the end of the day, though, we want to continue to push forward and let you know that, I do have some things coming up for you that you can actually hear and see if you're logged on to the RMC.OnAir.com website and you are listening or you are watching, you are listening to the Stop the Violence Radio Show. So I have a show, and I thank everyone for tuning in. I have something that I want you to check out. This is something that I did in Atlanta. It's a small little PSA. It's Overcoming Youth, and it's been aired on a few different networks, as well as community access television stations across the country, as well as you can catch it out on YouTube at the Stop the Violence TV show YouTube's page, or you can just type in on your Google STVUYT.com and you can check for videos, and we have a bunch of videos out there. So this is the Overcoming Youth public service announcement. One time for Martin Luther King. Happy birthday to you and all the King's family, my King people. They're my kin folk right there, y'all. Okay, I'll tell you about that another time. But check this out.
Stop the violence. Stop! We shall overcome.
Young people, stop the violence.
La juventud es nuestro futuro.
Stop the violence and help kids around your school.
Get involved and stand up for yourself.
Don't be ashamed. Don't hide it. Let it out.
Use your talents, please.
For something that is created and that you will be blessed with.
Use your talents. Use them.
So I hope that everyone is, continuing to use their talents. That was something that I put together once I went on a little run up to Chicago and followed some of King's, footsteps all the way from St. Augustine, Florida, which is the oldest, city in America, that the conquistadors came over and conquered, and a lot of the Indians were there. But Martin Luther King, nonetheless, he was put in jail there, and there was some little rioting and things that was going on. So that was some history from my neck of the woods all the way to Atlanta, where I traced some of his footsteps all the way to Ebenezer Baptist Church, and that was one of the deacons that was on the PSA that I filmed and produced there. It was a little mini commercial, as well as there was a girl from Bad Boys Club up there in Atlanta, as well as I went to Chicago, wherein King was fighting for, the equal rights as far as housing developments, wherein that was around the time wherein he was realizing that, hey, this nonviolent nonviolent movement, this, Sagrahara that, Gandhi was talking about and all these things, maybe, Malcolm may have been a little bit right. Maybe, the Black Panther movement may have been right. I don't know. But at the end of the day, the tables are turning, and I'm not saying, anything, against, the dream, because we are continuing to, go forward and pursue the dream and accomplish the dream, because we have more millionaires, black millionaires, than it is ever been. And I, commend them for, their efforts and, helping lead the way, because, I'm one of those individuals that's, continuing to grind it out and, mogul, making, branded, Bungie, being useful, never giving in, stopping the violence, using my talents and showing individuals that, you can create a positive, light in your community and shine all the way from Hollywood. So nonetheless, I'm going to make sure that you are able to see and hear more information about what I'm doing as far as the Stop the Violence TV show, as you are listening to me on the Stop the Violence radio show. So, hey, check out the radio show each week again. But right now, we're going to get into, the next TV show. Last week, we showed you some information about political leaders and making sure that you know who your leaders are in your community, so that you can, help better your society. And if I'm seeing a lot of my friends, getting more and more involved in the politics and getting leadership positions, which is, great. And, that's wonderful. But I just make sure that, as we are doing that, we are continuing to echo in eternity. And I saw some things, that the mayor of Atlanta, which I really like, he said something in an interview on radio not too long ago about Future and listening to, hip hop, so I mean, our leaders are, around, the time and age, they're listening, and they are really adapt to, our society and what we are, putting out there as far as artists, speaking to the artists. So, hey, sit back and enjoy this, listen, tune in, tell someone, that there is a positive force out there. Hey, use the force. Use the force. Check out the TV show. Here we go. Stop the Violence.
Stop the violence. Use your talent. Stop the violence. Use your talent, yo. Stop the violence. Use your talent. Stop the violence. Use your talent, yo.
Thank you for tuning in to the STVTV show. This is your host, Jornado.
And I'm Kate.
That's right. We're here in Los Angeles, and we've been filming, and we got a lot of stuff in store for you. Yes, we do,
Yes, we do. We sat down with B. Mike Robb and his crew at Rebel Studios to go to their event, Blaze the Stage in Venice, California.
We surely did, and it was great. It was power-packed, impact with artists that were rapping, singing, and dancing, models. It was a basketball tournament, and then we got a chance to go to Hollywood and look at the studio and how they're marketing their products and what they're doing upcoming throughout the years.
So sit back and relax and
enjoy the show.
What's up, it's your boy Big Mike, aka B Mike Robb Management. We are here in lovely Hollywood, California at the Rebel Studio. And here at the Rebel Studio, we basically empower the youth, teach them how to become entrepreneurs, give them an opportunity to showcase their skills in this music industry.
We are here because we've just finished a 3-day event for our company, Blaze the Stage. which is a platform for urban youth artists, all independent artists, to come showcase their talents and just basically give back to the artists. The event consisted of a one-day workshop of industry panelists that just basically came to volunteer their time and spread their knowledge to the independent artists, and then followed with a showcase on Saturday on Venice Beach, California, in which all of the performers were given an opportunity to perform for the entire public, a free event. And then we finished it on Sunday with a celebrity basketball game in which we gave the independent artists that notoriety of celebrity status. Yes, it is about the artists, it is about giving back to the indie, but it's more so about giving back to our community and being able to be involved, not just in our own home backyard, but nationwide. Like, I think this is something that we can affect everyone as well as they affect our lives when they come into a part of it, right?
Exactly. And this is something that it's not only about us giving back, it's about you as well as helping keep something like this. Stop the Violence TV is basically a platform for a lot of not only the youth but the parents to get involved with and help our youth, because they are our future no matter how you look at it.
Stop the violence. Use your talent.
Young people, stop the violence.
La juventud es nuestro futuro.
Stop the violence and help kids around your school.
Get involved and stand up for yourself.
Don't be ashamed, don't hide it, let it out.
Use your talents, please.
For something that is created and that you will be blessed with.
Use your talent. Use them.
So yeah, it's very important that, you know, we continue to use our talents. And, you know, as I'm growing here, even at Roscoe's Media Center, wherein we're able to, you know, broadcast live from Hollywood, the Stop the Violence radio show. And we're able to, you know, show you, you know, wherein, you know, right where you saw B. Mike Robb, that's actually, you know, a part of, you know, the Roscoe's Media, you know, family. He has Stay Ready Radio, and he's also with me on That's What's Up radio show. You know, we're continuing out here. You saw where there were events out to Venice Beach in Hollywood, wherein, you know, we displayed and, you know, showed artists that were out there using their talents on a continual basis. So it's very important that, you know, if you are an artist and you are out there and you want to be featured, you want, you know, help, and you're looking for outlets, that, you know, you create those outlets. And, you know, not only create those outlets, but if people are, you know, opening up for you to be able to, you know, come on platforms that, you know, you're here and you call in. So I'm gonna open up the phone lines. I mean, it's 323-965-1600. Again, that's 323-965-1600. If anyone is listening to me right now, this is Stop the Violence radio show. You know, there's a lot of, you know, violence that's going on in around our world, in our communities worldwide. But my thing is, what are we doing to help combat the violence in our communities? Well, one of the things that I started doing, you know, over many years ago, was I started using my talents as an artist. Speaking positive, speaking engagements. Not only that, I ended up going and doing the documentary, and from the documentary I started with a television show. And that was after I produced a song entitled Stop the Violence. So now we're doing, out here in Hollywood, we're doing Stop the Violence radio show. We're working on a tour with Stop the Violence. We're doing a lot of different things with Stop the Violence, because, hey, if you can say it, and you can do it. And it starts with me. It starts with the individual. And I say me, I'm saying me personally, because that's where it started at. You got to look at yourself first, look in the mirror and say, okay, what am I doing to create that positive change in our community? So we're going to get back to it. We're going to get back into the show. I want you guys to check it out. This is one of the things we had. Again, B. Mike Robb that was on there. One of the, you know, 106 in Park, BET, you know, helpers, talent scouts that was out there with CeCe. You know, we also have other people that's going to be, you know, on the show, and we're going to be spotlighting, you know, through our, you know, outlet. So again, stop the violence and use your talents. Be useful and never give in. Check it out.
Once again, it's your boy Big Mike, aka B Mike Robb Management, and I'm here to show you exactly what we teach our artists on how to market themselves and keep themselves relevant in this industry. This is what we call a backpack light sign. Okay, it's a walking billboard. You strap it on your back, and it only weighs like 6 pounds. And what it is like for instance, our artist Razan. We have her, just imagine about 10 of these walking up and down the street, you know. And once it gets dark, we go ahead and light them up. And they become a walking billboard. And we also have the big display on the back as well. And you have all her information from her website to all her social network and social medias that you can always contact and get a hold of her. You know, this is elite street promo marketing at its best.
I'm so excited. We get to take all of the artists that are under B Mike Robb Management to a school tour for a 14-day tour in Belize, and we're just so excited and looking forward to that. You know, our summer months are always our busiest, so we look forward to all of those showcases, and Mike will be talking to you about a lot of the good stuff that's coming up, like fairly soon.
Yeah, we have a lot of great stuff coming up. I mean, we definitely have the Juneteenth. We do one of the biggest Juneteenths in the Bay Area, and actually in the Northern California area.
Correct, and that'll be June 15th and 16th.
We also have the Puerto Rican Festival.
Puerto Rican Festival. Yes, I am. So got to represent for my people. June 22nd, and again, you'll be able to see a lot of our artists from not just Blaze the Stage, but also B Mike Robb, and people from the community come out that are, you know, up-and-coming artists. They'll be allowed to showcase their talents and just be there to network. So it'll be a lot of fun. And then Mike always does the National Night Out in Las Vegas. And again, that's another thing that's done through the police department in Vegas.
Las Vegas Police Department. It's where the communities come together, and we give away free food. We have a lot of, like, Target comes out, sponsors, Walmart sponsors. I mean, a lot of great sponsors, and it's bringing the community together to actually know who's in the community and to watch out for each other. You know what I mean? Because you know, anybody can raise a child, but it takes a village to raise children, you know, in plural. And that's a great event that we do. I also work with the North Las Vegas Police Department when we do it's called Safe Halloween. It's over 5,000 kids that we give away free candy from a lot of sponsors. We do that in Las Vegas on the day of Halloween, and we give them a safe place to come and trick or treat. And we also do
we do toy drives.
Trunk or treat.
Trunk or treat, yes. Trunk or treat's a lot of fun.
And open up the trunks, and they decorate their trunks and come through and, you know, and give out candy out of their trunks.
You know, and then you have a show in Dallas, Texas, for a back-to-school giveaway, backpack giveaway. So, yeah, so our calendars are definitely busy with a lot of community events, but that's really what drives B Mike Robb Management, Blaze the Stage, as well as UGMX.
Stop the violence.
This is Rhonda Peoples-Waters. I'm a local attorney.
I'm Ann Duggar, Executive Director of the Justice Coalition.
You can become anything that you desire to be.
You've still got a choice to make. That choice is don't do it.
Stop the violence. Use your talent.
Stop the violence. Use your talent.
Use what God has given you, your talent.
I feel that our talents are affecting the youth of today due to the fact that we are so like involved with the kids. We go down to their level. We teach them how to become entrepreneurs. You know, there's so many children that are involved in music, and they just don't have a resource. We're that resource. You know, that's going to help get them out there to tap into their inner, you know, their inner qualities.
I think in addition to that, I feel they can relate to us because we do get, like he said, down to their level. We try to interact with them not just on a professional note, but we try to get to know who they are as individuals and just, you know, inspire them to be better individuals in life. So it's more about just life skills other than just the music. It's just about getting them to become better leaders in life. I'm really grateful to Stop the Violence TV because our company, Blaze the Stage, was impacted by violence in the community through one of our artists. 16-year-old Cam, approximately about 2 years ago, was the victim of a stabbing, a school stabbing. And for us, it was hard because he's been in development with us for probably about 4 to 5 years, since he was like 14. And to just see one of our own have to go through that was like detrimental to not just us as parents, but, you know, somebody so close to us. And I think for myself, and I'll let Mike speak for himself, but it was just a true motivation to see somebody that young be so resilient. He had a competition for 106 and Park probably like 5 days out from his stabbing, and nobody thought he was going to be able to make it. And not only did he make the show, he like went out to be like one of the highest rated shows. And the thing about it is, no one knew until after the show that he had been a victim of this tragedy. So yeah, we've definitely been impacted.
Yeah, we definitely have. He was an eye-opener. He definitely was a reality check that anything could happen. Anybody can be a part of any type of violence. And for him to make it seem that he was okay at an event that we were doing, which was really huge. I mean, BET 106 and Park is a huge event. You know, that's a huge platform for a lot of these artists. And for him to not stop and believing in what he loves to do, you know, it really helped us, and it showed us that what we're doing is impacting a lot of the youth and teaching them how to become those entrepreneurs. So, I mean, it was really mind-boggling to the fact that we didn't really want him to go on, but at the same time, he wanted to do it, and he said he was going to do it, and he did it. I mean, at the same time, it's still the violence that really shocked us, and it was really an impact to us.
And I think for us, because we do travel with our company all across the nation scouting talent, we hear about it and we, you know, get to witness and talk to different people. But having hit so close to home, it was like, you know, he was a motivation to not just us, but all of our other artists that are part of our platform. So, you know, definitely shout out to Cam. He's doing amazing today. Yeah, so.
And his father and his family, you know, that support him, you know what I mean? Because without that support team, you know, it's tough to really have anything happen in life positive for you. You definitely have to have that structure in life, and he definitely has that around him, as well as being with us over at, you know, Blazing Stage, UGMX, and Be Like Rob Management.
No, I agree. I think a lot of the youth that do come to us, you know, some of them don't have that mom or dad or grandparents to support. So we become that extended family. And I think that's a lot of what's happening in our communities today and why there is so much violence, because not too many people get involved. You know, it becomes an isolated issue when reality is it's everyone's issue.
Why me?
Why me?
Why me? Why me?
Why me? Why me? Why shoot me?
Stop the violence.
Use your talents. Respect is what respect does.
It doesn't matter how many times you fall, it's how you get up that counts.
So yeah, once again,
we might be stuck. I don't know. But the thing is, stop the violence, use your talents. You got to stop it and use your talents. And guess what? Even what Be Like Rob and CeCe was talking about with Cam and some of the artists in the community, you know, things that they're doing, you know, hey, again, why me? You got to continue to use your talents, stop the violence, and continue to keep moving. So I have an artist here, entrepreneur, engineer, producer, LeRon Pierce.
Yo, 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 yo.
In the building on the Stop the Violence radio show.
Yes, sir.
So I'm always telling them, LeRon, you know, I'm a man about, you know, my business. And, you know, as I'm about my business, you know, we continue to, you know, keep it moving, and I make sure that I link up, and we linked up because you are an artist and you're a guy that's out there using your talents.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, I know, you know, we got the hoodies on right now. You know, we doing our thing. We showing support for people like Trayvon Martin.
Yeah.
You know, of course, I'm from, rest in peace. You know, I'm from Florida, you know, so you already know what time it is. You know, I was showing some of the political leaders last week from that area. You know what I mean? But what are you doing, to help combat? I know that you're up here at Roscoe's Media Center. You're a producer, engineer, and you also an artist. And, I always call it like Young Kanye. I always call it, every time I see you, I call you Young Kanye.
Well, actually, I started off as a rapper, then I became a engineer and stuff like that. So yeah, that's how I got the job in RMC. So I became an engineer for everybody. So I do everybody's shows like the Prince of LA, Generation U, that's coming up next. Even my own show, the hip hop show.
Yeah, man, you got a radio show. You got a radio show up here also, and that's important. That you are able, not only as an engineer, as an artist, producer, but you're now producing your own show. Yeah. But listen, we're gonna take a little quick break, and we're gonna come right back. We gotta reset everything, and hey, tune in. Stop the Violence Radio Show. So we are back at the Stop the Violence Radio Show, and we thank you for tuning in each week. We thank Roscoe's Media Center and Roscoe's Chicken and Waffle. Of course, I always have to go get some artists and, show you and spotlight individuals that are out there using their talents. Yeah. And my brother here, LaRon Pierce, I call him a.k.a. the Young Jeezy. You know what I'm saying? Nah. Young Yeezy. Huh? Yeah. He's over here, man, and he's using his talents, and I'm grateful, because, you are an engineer and you are a producer and you're doing great things, man. Right. I want to know, like what actually, what do you do, and, how are you using your talents? I want you to share with the world because, I know that you stopped the violence and you're using your talents because I see you up here doing it.
Man, I haven't told a lot of people about this, but I was born autistic when I was younger, when I was like 4 years old. And I didn't speak until I was like 5 or 6 or something like that. Wow. And it was hard for me to talk to people. And I didn't have a personality until I got 21. So, because I'm always living a lifestyle, someone else's shadow. And my parents didn't allow me to like speak for myself at times because they feel like they didn't know what I was saying anything. So that's how that came about, me writing lyrics and stuff like that and engineering my own music, mix and master and stuff like that. So I'm currently in school in Los Angeles, recording school. I'm about to graduate in April, and that's when I'm gonna drop my newest music, which is my new EP called LaRon's Progression. Okay. So basically LaRon's Progression is basically like my family has been giving me like a negative vibe for my profession and what I'm doing. Yeah, because you're an artist and you're going to school for music and all that as a producer and so forth. They didn't like that, so my grandmother, my sister, like basically my family, but my parents, they were always supporting me, but they didn't like how the financial stuff that was handled with the school that I did. So but at the same time, I did it for me. I'm trying to make a living for myself. Right. And I had to kick my hoodie like that too, you know what I'm saying? One time for Trayvon Martin. It's Martin Luther King birthday. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, also, when we live in a dream, but at the same time, I have a dream. Yeah. We all got dreams. Pretty much. Yeah, so you living your dreams basically is what you're saying, even though they might have thought that it was something negative, but it's positive for you because you're creating a difference, and you are you are a leader, and you up here leading because you are an engineer and you also are an artist, and you helping to steer people in your community and people that you grew up with, and help them, lead them, and usher them to this new era. Yeah. But see, I was a gangster rapper because I got that from my cousin who inspired me to rap. I actually had to text him today because he wanted the songs that we recorded years ago, but when I was in Texas. So yeah, he was the one that inspired me since I was little. So it's about like almost 11 years in the game. So I've been rapping since I was 12. So I thought I was rapping since 10, but it's actually 12 in 2004. 2014 was last year, so 10 years. So after December 2015 will be 11 years for me. Now you also, you are not just a rapper or engineer, but you also produce some shows that's up here too. You have a radio show also right now, the Ron Pierce Show.
Is it?
Nah. It's not called LaRon Pierce, but it's hosted by LaRon Pierce.
Okay.
It's called the Hip Hop Show.
Oh,
so
man, you got the Hip Hop Show.
Yes, basically the Hip Hop Show is basically off, like, just giving it back to the community, giving back to the artists that paved the way, trying to, like, find them, like, trying to get their shine and, you know, to promote songs. So I just got Instagram, Twitter for that show.
Okay.
And I just got a team a couple days ago, and I'm looking at the views.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you guys in a little bit.
How them views looking, man? Because you know I'm always pushing and promoting. I got them in 2 different places, so
right now
I don't believe
it
that
was
views
at
be
400,
accurate.
but right now it was at 432.
What?
And I posted it on Instagram right now. Oh snap!
What's the views going at now, man?
Okay, when I went back in, it was 800 or something, 879.
Yeah.
Now it's 986 views.
What? Now that's rolling. You know what I mean? I need to find out how you getting all the views, because I need some more views for these shows that I'm doing now. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to beef up my marketing promotion. I can't have you doing that now. I mean, like we still in the same family. We up here at Roscoe's Media Center. You know, we in the studio right now. You know, live from Hollywood. Stop the Mindless radio show. Right, but this young man has a show that's really taking off, and I congratulate him. But at the same time, I look at it as it's a competitive sport up here, because you know I have to continue to market and promote myself too.
You know, you want to know something?
What's up?
When I started the show in December 16th, that was my debut show, when I had a guest, Alric, who was a producer for like electronic music and stuff like that. So my debut show had like a lot of views. For that past week, I beat everybody in views, especially Bishop Don Juan during that show.
Yeah, Bishop has a great show too, and he has more spins than anybody up here. But I'm telling y'all now, I'm coming after y'all. My views finna get up in the 10,000s I'm trying to get it to the millions, straight to the top. I ain't gonna lie to you. I got some stuff in store for you. I'm working with these people in Beverly Hills. I'm working with some people out in Africa. I'm working with these people all the way in Japan. So I'm telling you guys, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for the titles.
I don't know about that, but yeah. Me and you are cool, so it probably won't be no competition between both of us.
We straight.
So it wouldn't be, but it's a Bishop Don Juan and other shows, man. Mine is Generation U and He Say She Saves, but you know.
Yeah.
And Prince of Ballet, so
and there's a lot of people up here using their talents, and I mean, I congratulate, you know, everyone. I don't see how y'all doing in these hoodies, because I mean, like, I'm getting hot, you know, I can't keep it on. Now if I'm outside, you know, I have it on, you know, I have my hoodie on, but one time for, you know, Trayvon Martin and Martin Luther King's birthday again, you know, I'm continuing to live the dream, and I know that we all can if we just continue to stay positive and continue to motivate each other. You know, what are you listening to? Who are you around? You know, what are you doing? What are you looking at? You know, who do you listen to? Really, think about it. Who do you listen to? And not only that, what are you listening to and what are you watching? You know, those are all key things in life that help, you know, steer you in the right direction. You know, I can say, you know, 1,000 things and go on and on about, you know, the wrong or the negative or those types of things, and turn on the TV and look at that. You know, but what are you doing to create that change actually? You know what I'm saying? Action. Action speak louder than words, and I've always been a man of action. My daddy always told me to do it.
Yeah, I had to learn that the hard way, so.
But you learned it, and you're still learning it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's what's most important, you know, and that's what I talk about. You know, my dad was always like, you know, son, do it. You know, don't talk about it, do it. Get out there and do it, you know. And, you know, that started with, you know, getting up in the morning, to cleaning up my bed, to cleaning up under the bed, to cleaning the room, to cleaning the restroom, to cleaning the kitchen, to cleaning the rest of the house, from the inside to the outside of the house. Because I don't want you to think I'm just a house guy. I know how to do what's going on in the house, but also I know how to go out and do a full landscaping. If I want a landscaping business, I can do it. You know what I'm saying? I started a landscaping business when I was like before I was 13 years old. I was already cutting grass, going and getting $10, $20 here and there. You know, that was a little side hustle because we know how to do it. And not just cut the grass. We didn't railroad the yard. We actually made it look like a golf course. And we also, you know, trimmed it up, did the hedges, you know, blowed everything down, raked up the leaves in the backyard. You know, if you need me to do a modern end for you, you know, I can do that too. If you need some pavement work done or some sidewalk work done, guess what? You know, I'm an all-around handyman. That's what I learned from my pops one time for fathers in the house, you know?
Speaking of stop the violence, man, this stuff is nonsense. You know what I mean? Like the police brutality. It's kind of it's getting ridiculous. But see, the reason why it started is because us African Americans do all this gang banging, shooting on people, and doing all this stuff like for no reason, just take someone else's life, and that's not cool. That's the main reason why the police brutality is happening, and a lot of us African American males are getting killed because of stuff like that.
Because you think we provoke? You think we provoke? That's what's going on. We're provoking. But do we provoking in our songs? Because now I listen, you got the hip hop show. I know you listen to a lot of hip hop. You're a hip hop artist, I'm a hip hop artist.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're a black man, I'm a black man. You know what I mean? So like at the same time, you know, we having this monologue, we having this discussion about, you know, police brutality and stopping the violence, you know. But I mean, like really, like when we look at the depths of it, you know, do we really, you know, are we really educating each other in the music, or are we just, you know, glorifying it but educating? Because some songs I listen to gives me some education but glorification also. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I say that from heart because my brother, God bless the dead, because I lost a brother due to the violence of the streets. You know what I'm saying? He was a straight up G, you know, feel me? So like straight from Duval County, and I lost a first cousin. Yeah, but at the same time, God bless the dead, you know, they're here, you know, with me. Those are, I call my thug angels, you know what I'm saying? Thugs don't live long. Even Tupac said that. But at the same time, although he might be down there in Cuba, you know, stop the violence using talents one more time. You know, this is Stop the Violence radio show. I want to keep it real. But at the same time, you know, all the violence in the hip hop, are we glorifying it? Or are we educating and glorifying it at the same time? But most of the youth, are they really getting it? You know what I mean?
Man,
are they getting it?
I think they need to be in schools, be educated, because all they know is about the streets and gang banging and all that. Look at the younger generation. Like, they came up to being happy kids, and now they're gang bangers and hustlers, dealers, prostitutes, criminals. I'm like, really? Is that what you want for your life?
Instead of being a mayor or, you know, or a lawyer or a doctor or athlete or, you know, someone. And Damon Wayans, I heard, said something that stuck out to me the other day, and that was with technology. Who do we have in technology from our community that's actually, you know, that has a smart app or has, you know, this new wave of technology for us, other than us jumping on the bandwagon and branding someone else's invention?
Man,
because we'll jump on in a minute and brand someone else's invention, but what are we inventing?
I guess violence. That's all we've been doing. Like that needs to stop immediately. And I guess the music itself, like all the gangster rap and all the talk about women and stuff like that, that's not cool. Because that was cool back in the day, but then everybody else started doing it and making it turn into a negative thing now. Wow. But look at NWA. They started it. Everybody else cool with it. Everybody else, they were cool with it. But nowadays, it's getting ridiculous.
But when NWA was coming out, and I listened to NWA and Ice Cube and all of them. I mean, all of them, you know, them straight them little homies. But at the same time, because we're from the same era, we're from the same age. You know what I'm saying? Same age bracket. But at the same time, you know, NWA stands for niggas with attitudes. Okay, yeah. So, you know, they're coming out with a movie, but look what they're doing in their lives right now. Let's look at the history.
Yeah.
You know, let's look at the history of what Dre is doing or has done, the significance to, and without Dre, without NWA, you know, there's no Eminem.
Nah.
You know, look at Pop. There's no Friday. Does Chris Tucker, you know, career really takes off with Rush Hour and all that without Friday? You know, there's so many different variables and things to look at, you know, when it comes to that.
See, if it wasn't no NWA, it wouldn't be no Snoop Dogg, it wouldn't be no Tupac or Big Pun or Nas or Eminem, none of that. It wouldn't be none of these rappers, you know?
So we know hip hop wouldn't be, you know, where it is today without significant leaders, you know, from our community, such as, you know, your NWA. So, you know, one time, shout out, you know, to NWA. You know, they talked about some good things. They had some great things. When I was in Compton, I was riding in Compton. I was riding by from Compton. I put on NWA. I put on the playlist NWA, and I was listening to a lot of their lyrics because I wanted to listen to them in Compton. You know what I mean? I've listened to NWA when they came out. Okay, and I'm continuing. I'm a fan. But I wanted to be in their ground, in their area, because I'm from North Florida. I'm from Duval County, one of the Florida's murder capital. You know what I mean? So at the same time, I was in Compton. I put on some NWA, and I was just riding out. I was listening to some of their lyrics, and I was listening to some of their songs and their playlists, and they had some great things. They had some positive things, and they were talking about stopping the violence and doing great things. They were talking about the gang bang, and they were talking about the things that was happening in their eyes, in their community, what they were involved in, or what they saw, or what, you know, they lived through, but they also gave you some good substance too.
Right.
But it's up to us to catch that.
Yeah.
And most of the time, the glorification, you know, the kids or the youth or the listeners don't get it until it's too late, or they don't get it at all. Because they just listen to the beat, or they doing the dance, and it's just a fad, and they on to the next thing.
This is why I don't listen to radio, because all they do is talk about women, this and that, and talking about being in the club. It's more topics than just being in the club, talk about women and stuff like that. That's not cool. So that's why I never call a woman a bee or a hoe or stuff like that. That ain't cool. It's just out of disrespect. But if like my boy Scott said, like, if you a B, then you a B. But then, like, not all women are B's or hoes. But it's just like at the same time, but that's still disrespectful to all women, because at the same time you gotta respect, because women could be a reliable source sometimes, like, just to help. They can help out a lot, you know. But at the same time, it's still disrespectful today.
Yeah.
So I would never.
Well, hey, I mean, if you're listening to some NWA, you're going to get some bitches and hoes and a lot of tricks and all that. Yeah, I'm going to just keeping it straight 100 with you. I mean, because, you know, they do call that, and it is what it is, because that was just a slang in the community. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily, you know, to be putting them down. In some instances it is, but in other instances it may not be. It's just, you know, the way we communicate with each other. That, but we call from the South that wretchedness. You know what I'm saying? And some females out here in California, that I'm in Southern California, they can't take that wretchedness. You know what I'm saying? They can't take it. They don't understand. You know, but that's a way of life. You know what I'm saying? So it's either gonna get down or you're gonna lay down. You know, basically, you know, at the end of the day. But, you know, hey, this is Stop the Violence radio show. I don't want to get it twisted. I want you to let you know, I want to thank, you know, Roscoe's Media Center and Roscoe's Chicken and Waffle. You know, the chicken and waffle, I just had me some chicken. I'm having some waffles in a few minutes. I want to thank Pitbull Energy Drink for giving me that burst of energy that we are powered by. You know, we have all types of shows and things that are coming up. You know, of course, this again is Stop the Violence radio show, and I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I want to get back into the TV show. I appreciate LaRon Pierce for stepping in today and making sure that, you know, he shared. I want you to let people know, LaRon, you know, where they can, you know, hear you and see you, you know, on your show and your information. Give them that information.
Okay, so let's talk about my show. So the show is basically about just like supporting artists and supporting any artist. So I don't play like BS music that's already been on the radio constantly every day. I play music based off new artists every time I get on air, every week. So if you guys want to tune in to the hip hop show, like I said, it's on RMC on air. It's already uploaded. I already got almost 1,000 views right now. So if you guys want to check it out, go ahead. It'll pop up right in front of your face and just play it. So and I just got a team. Shout out to Dane Diesel, Rashard the photographer, and Sean August. They're called the Hip Hop Squad for my show. And shout out to Big Mike Robb and Desi Des from Stay Ready Radio. They were on the That's What's Up show. So now they're the guests of my show, and I'm gonna announce the third guest tomorrow night around 10 o'clock, while me and the Hip Hop Squad have a meeting for the show.
That's what's up.
And also, you can find me on you can Google me because I'm everywhere. Like, you can find my old mixtapes, my old EPs, and my internet album. And
well, on Instagram or Facebook, because I know we friends, but I want my friends and the people that's listening right now to know, where they can go.
Yeah, so
and get your information.
Yeah, my IG is LaRon Pierce. No underscore, none of that. Just all in one word. It's LaRonPierce. Same thing for Facebook. Same thing for Twitter. And my Facebook is LaRon DeViston. LaRon and then space and DAV as in Victor, ISTON.
Okay, that is what's up. And this is, again, Stop the Violence radio show. I'm being useful, never giving in. This is Jornado. I want you to check out the Stop the Violence TV show. Continuing. It's coming on each week in Florida all the way to, West Hollywood and Los Angeles, where we are here and we are reaching out. We also are up for an award on the Stop the Violence TV show, where we're reaching over 7 million individuals. We're coming on LA 36. We're coming on WeHo TV in Hollywood. We're coming on Comcast Television in North Florida. We are again up for an award in West Hollywood WeHo TV for Platform of the Year.
Man, congratulations, man.
So yeah, congratulations. I've been doing a lot of hard work, continually keep it moving. I'm not stagnant. I keep it moving. So in saying that, I want you to check this out. Here's some more information, more of the show, and we'll be doing this each week, and I'll be bringing different guests in, whether if it's an artist, activist, community leader, someone significant that's doing certain things in the place to let you know this is how we be and this is what we do. Okay, check it out.
Hey, we here at the Freak Show, Venice Beach Freak Show, the Human Pinhead. I know y'all seen that dude up there, man. The Wolf Boy, he's been on TV. Again, Venice Beach, the Freak Show. Man, check it out, Venice Beach, Southern California.
Hi, I'm Matt Shirk, Public Defender.
I'm State Attorney Angela Corey.
In Florida, persons with past felony convictions lose their civil rights.
I want to encourage you to stop the violence and use your talent. Because if you don't, and you commit a crime, a felony, there are several rights that you will lose.
These rights include the right to vote, the right to sit on a jury, and the right to hold a public office.
We're talking about your constitutional rights.
So I would encourage all of you, stop the violence, use your talent.
It's your rights. Do you know what you're risking?
If you don't stop the violence, is it worth it to lose those rights?
Stop the violence. Use your talent. It's your rights.
Use your talent, yo.
Let this be your anthem.
Been a skinny girl, I got curves you could see clear across the world. But I'm a real strong sister with a big old dream. You should never judge a book by its cover, you see. Stand tall, embracing my identity. 'Cause ain't a damn thing false when it comes to me. Took a long time, now I'm feeling fancy free. Listen, let me tell you how I came to be. Guess what? Hey girl, did you know that you fly? Hey girl, and you're the apple of his eye. 'Cause you shine, you just right. You shine, you're just right. When I was a little girl and I watched TV, I thought that I could never be like the girls on the screen. Straight hair, long legs, I felt so ashamed. Knew my hips would never match what the TV portrayed. Flashback to when I was about 14. I had fake long nails and a big old weave. I tried every diet trying to be size 10. Used to get so dizzy that my head would spin. Hey girl, day I looked in the mirror, didn't recognize the face staring back at me. Cut off my hair, trimmed down my nails real low, hoping that my beauty would show. But today I can say that it feels so good to be me. I can say my curves are beautiful, they make me shine, they make me fine, and now I know that I'm just right. Hey girl, don't you know that I'm fly? Hey girl, and I'm the apple of his eye. Cause I shine, I'm just right around in your natural state. Hey girl, did you know that you're fly, girl? And you're the apple of his eye. Cause you shine, you're just right.
Stop the violence. Use your talent.
We live in a harbor community. We enroll about 3,300 students. We have a really diverse student population, about 20% Caucasian, 60% Latino. Our dropout rate is unacceptable. It's over 30%, and we're failing kids, and our job is to serve kids. How do we provide a curriculum that's interesting, that's motivating, but challenging and meaningful?
My name is Christian, and I'm 17 years old.
My name is Stephanie.
My name is Joseph.
My name is Cherie.
When I was in 10th grade, there was many times when I thought about dropping out. I was lazy, and I didn't feel like I was good at anything, but it all changed.
DocStrocks is a multimedia class where students learn how to analyze documentary films. They make documentary films, and we bring professionals from the industry into the classroom to share their experiences with the students.
It's huge. Project-based learning, I think, is a key to not only help students engage, but also allow the teacher to know them individually. They're working together, and the teacher's not standing up here talking, trying to monitor what they're doing constantly. They've got a goal in mind. They care about the goal.
With other classes, they trust you to do so much, but with documentaries, you're trusted to just create something, just your own thoughts. You put it to action, they'll give you the tools for it, and it's your hard work.
You learn about so many different things other than documentary itself. You learn about teamwork, cooperating with others. You learn how to write better.
I would have to argue that even though I've chosen to, take a science route as my own career, working specifically in the docs class has given me some of the most important skills that I've ever had.
DocStrocks has just helped me become more of a leader. Now I feel that after high school, it's just gonna keep carrying on with me. Whether it be different personality things, like being able to be strong, confident, talk to people and get things done, or just being able to take something creatively and express with it.
A lot of kids just decide, oh, whatever, I don't even need school. I can just be a longshoreman down on the docks and make a living, but it's not the case. I mean, you need school. I'm sure a lot of kids that just dropped out, I'm sure if they were in the documentary program, they would have stayed in school.
When educators, when community members come to this program and they see what has happened to these kids, because these kids go to college. These students have a vision. They are motivated because they've done something that they didn't think was even possible.
For me, I wasn't really expected to go to college. I have 2 learning disabilities, so it was always hard for me in school, but now I'm going to 4U University.
School should teach kids how to think critically and to realize that knowledge makes life so much more fun than just having a limited source of understanding.
Stop the
You know, this is Stop the Violence radio show, and you know, we continue to reach out and we spotlight and show that, you know, that you can. You know, if you're in the community, where if you are a teacher, where if you're helping students, where if you're helping other artists, where if you're helping other engineers or other producers or people in general, you know what I'm saying, to further themselves and continue that legacy, continue that dream. You know, one time for Martin Luther King, happy birthday, and to all my kinfolk in the King's family, thank you and happy new year. Let's continue to keep moving forward, because together, you know, I believe a man can change if we work together. You know what I'm saying? You can help. You can help. All you got to do is log on StopTheViolenceRadioShow.com. You can find us on Instagram. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Twitter. If you're looking for me, all you got to do is Google me. You know, they got Google Earth and Google Maps and all these other things. Just type in GERNA to the D to the O. Jornado. That's how it goes. Hey, stop the violence, use your talents. Again, live from Hollywood, Roscoe's Media Center. One time for Roscoe's Chicken and Waffle, powered by Pitbull Energy Drink. Hey, I love it. Continue to tune in each week. I'll see you again. Be safe.